Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Smack Talk here at smark.women.com. I am your host, as always, Tony Manga. With me today, Braden Mayhew and Chris Dace. Michael Burhan may be joining us later. I don't know. We've got some Greenwich Mean Time problems, or he's asleep. And if he's asleep, fuck you, Mike. What we decided to do today is, instead of bogging everything down on the Saturday show for all of the Royal Rumble predictions and everything, then we're going to split some stuff up here. And this is going to be one of those special editions where we take one little topic and, blow it out of proportion and everything. So what we're going to go through is we're going to go through 5 different categories of statistics and records here. We're going to try to predict the 1 to 30 entrances. And we are probably going to be horrible at this because we don't have a clue who the 30 people in the match are. I mean, they've only announced maybe 6 or 7 people as a definite. And of course, so they can go in any combination or anything like that. It's a mind fuck, but that's part of the fun. So what we're going to try to do is predict the 1 to 30 entrances, and I'm going to have a little bit of a contest here. If you were dead right about somebody being on one of the numbers, you're going to get 2 points. And if you were within one of up or down on the entrances, you're going to get 1 point. So, for instance, if we were to guess that, I'm going to jump ahead right here, that my guess for number 15 is Mason Ryan, that means if number 15 is Mason Ryan, I get 2 points. And if it's 14 or 16 that he comes out, I get 1 point. If he's 13 or above, 17 or past that on to 30, no points, whatever. So that's how we're going to do that. And the winner gets probably nothing other than the chance to gloat for the next couple of weeks on Smark At Women.
At least we're all guaranteed 2 points.
Yeah, we're all guaranteed the Miz, except for Mike, who last time he sent me those predictions, he didn't have Miz down because this was before Raw. So right now he's losing, and that's what happens when you don't show up for the show yet. So all 3 of us have our picks for that, and then we're going to start trying to do the winner of the Royal Rumble, the one who gets the most eliminations, the one who is the Iron Man, or otherwise known as the one who lasts the longest, and then the total opposite, who gets the fastest elimination. So right now, let's just go right into mine first of all, so I can break this down a little bit. Should have a graphic up right now if you're watching the video. If you're listening to the audio for it, then you'll be able to hear in a second. My predictions for 1 to number 30. Number 1 is The Miz. Surprise, surprise. They flat out told us that. I can't go against it and be wrong, or else I'll hate myself. No reasoning. They just told us. That's it. Number 2, I'm thinking Alex Riley. And the reason why I'm thinking Riley for this, I'm not going to break this down for all of them. That would take too long. But the reason I'm thinking Riley is they usually have, for the Royal Rumble, 1 face and 1 heel, and they're both mid-carders, kind of like when they had Dolph Ziggler and Evan Bourne, or when they have like Scott Steiner and somebody back in like 93 era kind of things. And if I remember correctly, 1996 was Triple H and one of the Godwins. Too lazy to look it up. I don't know. But so I needed a babyface, and I figured if they're doing the storyline with Miz saying that anybody who is with him, they become nothing, might as well have Riley on there. Plus, I needed somebody who could get eliminated very quickly by somebody else, and it wouldn't matter. And I'll get to that in a minute. Number 3, Justin Gabriel. No real reasoning. Most of these are pretty much no real reasoning. It's just random guessing. Number 4, Unico. Number 5, Jinder Mahal. That way you kind of even it up a little bit. Miz can stand on the side. Riley, Gabriel, Unico, and Mahal can all fight with each other. Number 6, R-Truth. Now, R-Truth, I put him up here because he's got to be the one who eliminates the Miz, as far as I'm concerned. Unless somebody like Cena does or whatever like that, but they're not coming until later. So I'm kind of thinking right now, the Miz gets eliminated by R-Truth, and maybe they even both get eliminated. I don't know. Number 7, David Otunga. Number 8, Tyson Kidd. Number 9, Heath Slater. And then a big guy comes in. Number 10, Sheamus. He's also my prediction for the most eliminations, and this is exactly why. I'm thinking Sheamus is going to just storm through and eliminate Otunga, Kidd, Slater, Mahal, Unico, Gabriel, Riley, a bunch of them. Not necessarily all of them, but he's going to at least knock out 3 of them if he comes at that time. Then we're going to start the second column here. Ted DiBiase at number 11. Number 12, Santino Marella. Number 13, Cody Rhodes. Number 14, William Regal, who I didn't think at all was going to be in this until Monday Night Raw. Number 15, Mason Ryan. Number 16, Epico. 17, Goldust. Now, he's not too far from Cody Rhodes, and that's the whole reasoning for that. I'm thinking Goldust comes in, maybe eliminates Cody, makes it so they have a match on SmackDown for the Intercontinental title, or maybe even at the Elimination Chamber if Cody isn't fitting in the Elimination Chamber himself. Number 18, Primo. Number 19, we'll have a little dance break with Brodus Clay. Number 20, I have a little bit of cheating here. Yoshitatsu or Trent Beretta. Now, if I get any of that right, I'm only giving myself half credit. So if Yoshitatsu or Trent Beretta comes out at number 20, I get 1 point. If they're 19 or 21, 0.5 points. Whatever. I couldn't decide. This is kind of building up a little bit of jobbers here. Number 21, Drew McIntyre. And for McIntyre, he is my fastest eliminated, the opposite of Sheamus, who I'm predicting is going to be the Iron Man. He should still be in here at this point. Then number 22, Kane comes along, eliminates Tatsu or Barrett. Drew McIntyre, maybe Primo, Epico, Goldust, maybe even Mason Ryan or Brodus Clay. I'm thinking if Brodus Clay is still in the Royal Rumble and Kane is the next person out, no matter what the eliminations and the entrances are set up for, that Kane's going to be the one to knock out Brodus Clay. I can't really see anybody else doing it, but after Kane at 22, we have Ezekiel Jackson at 23, John Cena at 24, number 25 is Wade Barrett, number 26 is Kofi Kingston, number 27 is the winner, Chris Jericho, lucky number 27, and I'm going to hate myself so much if he comes out at 26 and wins, because I've been saying for the longest time that number 23 or number 26 is going to win. And at the last minute when I was making these picks, I changed it to 27. Number 28, Jack Swagger. Number 29, Randy Orton. Number 30, Mick Foley. Now, I was originally going to go with Randy Orton at number 30 because I figured he needs to have a late entrance because of his injury and returning a little bit early. But then I'm thinking to myself, they might give it to Foley because he needs to not last that long either. And if you have somebody like a Jack Swagger at 28, you might want to buffer it, put the big name and then the legend afterward and all that. So, little recap of what I'm saying right here. Sheamus is my Iron Man and most eliminations. Chris Jericho is going to win at number 27 or number 26, which will piss me off. And the fastest elimination, Drew McIntyre, even though he's apparently fired. And then you're looking at that list right there. You've got 1 to 30, and I'm sure I'll be wrong about 29 of them. So, who wants to go next? Dace? Braden? Which one?
I'll go.
All right, what are your picks?
Okay, so I'm about, 75% certain that number 1's going to be The Miz.
Maybe 60-40.
Yeah, it's really tough call. I don't know if they're going to do it. They might surprise me. Who knows?
It's going to be Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Number 2, I got Ted DiBiase Jr. coming in. Number 3, I have Kofi Kingston. Number 4, Epico. And number 5, I'm going to explain this right now, is how can you have the 25th anniversary of the Royal Rumble and not have this man? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I think he'll come out, get a nice pop, and probably get eliminated quickly.
I'll tell you how.
Exactly.
He's too old.
So, after Hacksaw, I'm going to have number 6, Brodus Clay. Now, the reason I have Brodus coming in after Hacksaw is they're going to dance together. This is the fantasy that I have in my mind. 2x4 and somebody calling someone's mama. Okay, number 7, also my pick for the shortest time in the Rumble, is going to be Drew McIntyre.
We agree on something.
Yes.
And both of us are probably wrong.
Number 8, I got Primo coming in. Number 9, I switched up at the last minute because I realized that I nominated this guy for the Iron Man and had him coming in at like number 28. It's Randy Orton. I'm feeling he'll make a huge pop. St. Louis, his hometown, and he's going to not win the Rumble, so I figured they're going to give him at least the Iron Man of the Rumble. Number 10, I have Alex Riley. Number 11, I have R-Truth. Number 12, Cody Rhodes. Number 13, Justin Gabriel. Number 14, Kurt Hawkins. Number 15, the return of Captain Charisma Christian. Number 16, Sheamus right after, who I also picked to have most eliminations and probably will clear out most of 1 through 15.
That's another one we agree on.
Yep. Number 17, Chris Jericho.
Another one we agree on.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to win. And I'm really hoping he comes to the ring and doesn't even get in right away and just talks. Just stands on the outside and taunts everybody and then finally gets in.
Is he going to do that, or is he going to get the mic and cry?
If he cries, it'll be even better, because then he runs in and he wins. Number 18, Wade Barrett. Number 19 is a long shot, but there's been a lot of conversation lately on the dirt sheets out there, but it'd be nice to see a quick MVP appearance, considering he's an alumni, and at the same time would get a fairly decent pop if he showed up for one night.
Big things popping.
Ballin'. Number 20, Jinder Mahal. Number 21, David Otunga. Number 22, Ezekiel Jackson. Number 23, Roddy Piper, because that man will do anything. Number 24, JTG. Number 25, Mason Ryan.
Completely forgot about JTG. So did WWE, I think.
Exactly. Number 26, the All-American Jack Swagger. Number 27, Mick Foley. Number 28, William Regal. Number 29, Santino Marella. And number 30, because I just couldn't think of anybody else to put in the Rumble, none other than Brock Lesnar. So now all you internet geeks can talk about how I said Lesnar's going to return.
Well, you know what? One thing that's happens all the time is that number 30 is almost always a big name. It's somebody like an Earthquake, Batista, Undertaker, John Cena, Usually it's one of the bigger guys like a Big Show. So, I mean, hey, if Brock Lesnar shows up, I wouldn't be surprised if he was number 30.
Yeah, and all they gotta do is just punch him in the kidney and they win.
Is that technically a low blow? I don't know. It's a kidney blow.
For me. Kidney blow for him.
All right, so running down it real quick, you've got Sheamus as the most eliminations. The winner is Chris Jericho. The fastest eliminated is Drew McIntyre. And the longest lasting Iron Man is Randy Orton, coming in at number 9?
Yes.
And then graphic should be up right now for the 1 to 30. So then let's go over to Braden.
Okay, so for my list of, the wonderful superstar entrances, of course, we're starting off with number 1, The Miz. Now, as we've seen from Monday Night Raw this past week, Miz lost a match to R-Truth, and he's now being forced to enter at number 1. As of what we know right now, that's apparently the plan they're going with, so that explains that one. At number 2, I have Chris Jericho coming out. Now, there's a reason for this, and I'll explain it. He'll come out, do his pandering, do all that sort of stuff. He'll probably waste a whole bunch of time in his entrance. Everyone will probably start getting irritated, and then finally he'll get in the ring until the bell rings. When the bell rings, he'll roll immediately out of the ring and walk to the back, leaving everyone, including The Miz, kind of, in a state of confusion. Until number 3 comes out, who I have is Justin Gabriel.
That's one that we agree with?
Yeah.
That's one. I think that's the only prediction that we've got between the three of us that it matches up that somebody's coming out at that time. So kind of hoping that that's not the tiebreaker between us.
Yeah, it'd be funny if it was, though.
Right.
And at number 4, I have Kofi Kingston. Number 5, the All-American Jack Swagger. At number 6, the muscle-bound Ezekiel Jackson to kind of maybe add just another face into the mix. At number 7, Ted DiBiase Jr. Number 8, Jinder Mahal to add another to the heel side. Number 9, Jey Uso. Number 10, about, maybe you could say a quarter way through the Rumble, I have Cody Rhodes coming out, to do his fair share and to kind of be, somewhat of a bigger, more entrant that far into the Rumble. At number 11, I have JTG. Number 12, R-Truth. And, of course, I believe him and Miz are going to be the cause of each other's elimination. But until then, I have The Miz until he gets eliminated, as the Iron Man of the Rumble. I think they're putting him in at number 1 to kind of see how long he'll go the distance for, and he could maybe get a nice little rub from that heading into WrestleMania. But I do believe R-Truth will be the reason he gets eliminated. At number 13, I have Jimmy Uso. Number 14, Heath Slater. Number 15, the return of the one and only Christian from his ankle injury. Number 16, the Funkasaurus Brodus Clay to do his dancing shenanigans. Number 17, Sheamus. Number 18, I believe we probably will see Mark Henry make an entrance. So, after you have, a big, powerful face like Sheamus comes out, it gets automatically matched up with, a big, powerful heel. At number 19, this is my biggest long shot, but I'm going to go on a record and say Gregory Iron. Now, those of you who know who he is, he's a wrestler with cerebral palsy who's on the independent circuit. And for, I think since November, he's actually been petitioning to try and get, a spot in the Royal Rumble. So, that's probably has a really, really extremely low chance of happening, but it'd be a pretty cool moment to see, them give this guy a little shot and a little bit of spotlight at, such a big event. Number 20, I have Wade Barrett. At number 21, I have Goldust. And of course, this is significant because I believe, Goldust will enter the Royal Rumble and will be the reason Cody Rhodes is eliminated from the match. At number 22, I have Yoshitatsu, who, in my opinion, will probably, he won't last very long at all. He's my choice for the fastest eliminated. Number 23, I have Mick Foley. Number 24, unfortunately for all of us, I have Hornswoggle. Since I'm pretty sure he, was announced for the Royal Rumble, I'm, 100% certain that we'll see him at the event. Doesn't mean I want to see him, but we might get, a tadpole splash or two. Whatever.
I'm completely in denial. That's why I didn't add him on my list.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing they're probably going to throw him into the mix. They did last year. It was really stupid, but whatever. At least he got a brogue kick. Anyway, number 25, I have Santino Marella. At number 26, this is a bit of a long shot too, but I have Alberto Del Rio. Just another surprise return from injury, perhaps. And at number 27, I have Randy Orton. And the reason for this is because, number 27's, the lucky pick. He's in his hometown, returning from injury, to get the big victory. It seems likely that Orton would win, which comes into play a little bit later on. At number 28, I have Dolph Ziggler. Number 29, The Big Show. And to finish it all off at number 30, I have Kane entering the Royal Rumble. And he's my pick for the most eliminations, with the new masked monstrous gimmick. And I believe earlier in the night, due to whatever goes on with John Cena, Kane's going to be angry. He's going to be frustrated. He's going to go to the ring and throw out whoever's left in the ring, the good, however many they have left at the end. I believe he'll get the most eliminations by the end of the night.
There's a couple interesting things about your predictions on the Royal Rumble. Number one that I thought was kind of odd was, if I'm looking at this correctly, no John Cena.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have Cena in this either?
I figured he didn't need it because of The Rock.
Yeah, same here. I mean, what would be... He's already got his ticket punched for WrestleMania. It's been punched since the day after WrestleMania 27. I don't really see him entering. He could... But this is for, people who don't have their tickets already punched for WrestleMania. Since Cena does, I don't see him entering the Royal Rumble.
So I can see them still throwing him in there just for the hell of it. Just because he's John Cena and the way that they
totally.
are. And another thing I thought was kind of interesting was it looks like you've got, for the people that come in, I don't know if you did this on purpose or not, what I was going to ask you. The people that come in to eliminate the other guy specifically are 11 away from him. Do you do that specific, or is that just kind of an odd thing?
I think that just happened on coincidence, to be completely honest. I could take credit and say I did that on purpose, but I think that just happened on pure coincidence, actually.
We've got The Miz at number 1. You add 11 to that, and you got R-Truth. You've got Cody at number 10, and then you add 11 to that at 21.
And Goldust, yeah.
I thought that they almost the same for Wade Barrett, Randy Orton, but that's only 7. Close enough, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so then just to recap about that, you've got the winner is Chris Jericho. Most eliminations is Kane. The fastest eliminated is Yoshitatsu, who gets no love from us at all.
No, not really. I could explain why I think Jericho will be the winner, but, unless we're saving that for the next show, of course.
Well, we're probably going to, on the next episode, when we go through a little bit more of the Royal Rumble stuff. We're going to go through a little bit more of the list things, not necessarily these. We're going to go through our predictions for the Final Four and who's going to be the house cleaner. Those who don't know, who haven't checked my statistics yet, the house cleaner is what I'm calling the guy who shows up and eliminates maybe like half of the people that are currently in there and kind of, sweeps it clean is the best way I can put it.
It just goes on a complete tossing frenzy, pretty much.
Right, kind of along the lines of the way that Austin was in 97 or Diesel was in 94, where they sort of, that's the big ball and chain that they build the Royal Rumble around. And that's somewhat how I predicted mine, so on and so forth. We'll get into that a little bit more on Saturday's show. And a couple other little categories, some stuff about who's going to, if somebody attacks somebody before they come out, or if somebody eliminates somebody when they've already been eliminated, and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to that, I will have a little graphic up at the end of this when the Royal Rumble is over, telling us which person won. Probably be blank for right now because I won't be able to predict that because I'm not psychic. And you will be able to tell that from how many I get wrong on this Royal Rumble list. So when it comes to the Royal Rumble, we will have even more extensive predictions later on in the week, along with the other card matches and some hot tags, another Ask Him, typical show stuff and all that. But just wanted to have a little side special edition for this right now and kind of get that out of the way. So if there's anything else that you guys want to touch upon about the entrances and stuff, ears are all open.
Well, yeah, I think on our list we touched about it pretty good. As far as I'm concerned, I have nothing more to say in terms of entrances in the Royal Rumble.
Dace?
If I can hop the ramp, I'll be in the Rumble, but, you know, the odds of that happening are very slim.
About 30%.
Bigger, you know what? The odds of me making it over the ramp are about as great as the odds of the Miz starting first, or not starting first. My bad.
All right, so you are going to be at the Royal Rumble, and if anybody's interested in, I don't know, meeting up with you or something like that, you want to?
Sure, not a problem. Anybody out there that wants to get on the Smark Out Moment that is in the St. Louis area, don't hesitate. Come see me, and we can chat. I'll record it, and we'll do some special interviews, kind of like we do with TLC.
Yep.
If they want. I'm not going to go approach people because I'm lazy.
And if anybody wants to yell out Smark Out Moment at the pay-per-view, I love you. Hint, hint, Days. Hint, hint.
Yeah, or even signs would be nice.
Right.
The logo and everything.
I'm actually, there's going to be something eventually, I haven't decided when I'm going to pull it out there, called Sign Me Up, for anybody who, if you want to put a sign up that says Smark Out Moment, then as long as I can get a picture of it at any kind of WWE event, or TNA even, what the hell, especially if it says fuck TNA afterward. But, you put any kind of a Smark Out Moment sign up, and I'll make sure that I'll put that picture up and give you a shout out on an episode of Smack Talk and on the website. So that applies for the Royal Rumble as well. So check out.
Once again, I'll be in section 105 for anyone looking for me.
And he will be the guy that, well, you can recognize him. You can go back to the TLC things and look at him at the very beginning of it. And then he looks the same. He hasn't changed. So when it comes to the episode of Smack Talk that we're going to have this week, we will have that up the usual time. You can always check out the website to see some more predictions and the results and the review and everything like that that's going to be up. So check that out. Make sure you check out the upcoming Hottest and Sexiest Divas and Knockouts tournament. I'm starting to break down the bracket for that a little bit. I think that's about it. So this has been a Smark Out Moment, and we're being counted out. See you next time.